Once upon a time, there was a young man named James who was always in search of success. He often wondered how to overcome the many struggles and challenges life seemed to throw at him. Since his teenage years, James had been dreaming big, but he didn't know where to start. One day, as he was lost in thought, he remembered his wise mentor, who always shared profound advice. James decided to visit his mentor for guidance. He arrived at his mentor's house, and with curiosity in his eyes, he asked, "Can you show me the way to success? I feel stuck and unsure how to move forward." The mentor smiled and replied, "Come with me. I will show you something important in nature that can teach us the key to success." James followed his mentor to a quiet forest. The mentor led him to two trees that were standing side by side. One was tall, strong, and appeared to be flourishing, while the other was small, crooked, and looked weak. The mentor pointed at the two trees and asked, "Which one do you think will grow stronger in the future?" James immediately pointed to the larger tree. "This one will surely grow more. It looks like it's in a better environment and has a stronger foundation," he said confidently. The mentor smiled gently at James and said, "Are you sure? What if I told you that both trees will face different kinds of challenges in their journey? Let's wait a few years and see how things unfold." James was intrigued but still skeptical. He looked at both trees with curiosity, wondering how they would fare over time. Would the small tree ever have a chance to grow as tall as the larger one? Several years passed, and James returned to visit his mentor. The mentor led him to the same spot where they had seen the two trees. This time, things were different. The small, crooked tree had grown into a large, strong tree, its branches reaching out in every direction. On the other hand, the once mighty tree was now withered and showed signs of weakness. James, stunned by the change, asked, "How is it possible that the smaller tree grew so strong despite the challenges?" The other tree looked much better at first. The mentor looked at James and said, "The smaller tree faced storms, harsh winds, and scorching sun. But each time it encountered a challenge, its roots dug deeper into the earth. It grew stronger with every storm. The larger tree, on the other hand, did not face such difficulties. It had an easy start and didn't need to struggle, so it couldn't develop deep roots. Over time, it couldn't withstand the elements, and its growth stagnated." He continued, "The key lesson here, James, is that adversity is what makes you strong. The storms in life may seem like obstacles, but they are opportunities for growth. It is through hardship that we develop the resilience needed to succeed. Are you ready to face the storms in your life head on? If you are, then this message is for you. Every problem, every obstacle you face is not a setback, but a stepping stone to becoming stronger. Let's start today, together." The mentor then added, "James, success isn't about avoiding challenges or always seeking comfort. It's about how you deal with the challenges that come your way. Life will always present difficulties, but in every difficulty lies an opportunity for growth. The more challenges you face, the more resilient and successful you will become." James listened intently, realizing that he had been running away from difficulties in his life instead of learning from them. He now understood that facing struggles head-on was the key to building his future. Over the years, James faced countless challenges. From career setbacks to personal losses, the road to his dreams wasn't easy. However, unlike before, he no longer feared failure. He saw every obstacle as an opportunity to learn and improve. Whenever life presented a storm, James embraced it. He understood that struggles were a part of the process of success. They didn't define him. Instead, they helped shape him into a stronger, more determined person. James began pushing himself harder, taking on challenges that previously seemed too daunting. He stepped out of his comfort zone, realizing that nothing worth achieving comes without effort. He understood that success wasn't about avoiding difficulties, but about confronting them with determination and resilience. Each time he overcame an obstacle, James felt himself growing stronger. He was no longer afraid to fail, because he knew that failure was just another part of the journey toward success. Years later, James became a successful entrepreneur and a respected leader. He had built a career, a family, and a life filled with meaning and purpose. Looking back at his journey, he realized that it wasn't the victories that shaped him, but the challenges. Each storm had been an opportunity for him to grow, and without them, he would never have reached the heights he had. Before they parted ways, the mentor looked at James with a knowing smile and said, "James, always remember that life's storms are not meant to break you, but to make you stronger. Embrace them, learn from them, and grow." Finally, the mentor asked a powerful, thought-provoking question. Are you truly ready to face every storm that comes your way, or will you keep running from them? What will your answer be? Will you let the storms shape you, or will you avoid them and miss your opportunity for growth?